is it when performance cars say they're performance, they don't always look like it? That's next on the Car Coach. Hi, I'm Lauren Fix. Welcome to another episode of the Car Coach. Today we are talking about the 2018 Audi SQ5. You know, I said in the open, why are they calling this an SQ5 when it looks like a Q5, which is a great SUV and also happens to be up for North American SUV of the Year as well as the SQ5. Now, I like the Q5, but the SQ5 has more power. Great, thumbs up to that. But why does it not look like it? The wheels are cool, but it should have some body kit, something with some style, some sex appeal to it, something that looks muscular, sporty, something that goes along with that name. Well, let's take it for a drive and we'll see what it handles like, what the ride is like, the brakes are like, the technology. There's a lot of improvements on this car. It is all new, as is the Q5. Let's take a really good look to see what we think. Everyone knows I prefer performance vehicles. However, sometimes they claim they're performance and they're not. Performance to me is when you put an M engine in something like an X5M. An X3M would be really fun in Europe especially. But inside the 2018 Audi SQ5, you would think the Q5 is a great vehicle, and please check out my review. We reviewed it back in November before it even hit the dealer lots. Really impressive. It's up for SUV Vehicle of the Year, and well-deserved. I'm not saying it's going to win, and I'm not telling you where my votes are going to be, because I am a juror, and neither will my co-host, Paul Bryan. But I'm confused with this SQ5. You know, the Q5 is a great vehicle. It's got good performance, good pickup, all the amazing technology, and Audi has great technology, as do most of the vehicles that are in this premium SUV sporty category. I love how they make these sub categories. The SQ5 to me should be more performance oriented based on its competitors from BMW and Mercedes and Lexus with their F-Sport, and Jaguar's got their F-Pace and the E-Pace coming out, and you've got Land Rover, and each of them has their own subcategory, including Infiniti and Acura, that says performance. Now, unfortunately, the term performance to most manufacturers, and that includes the domestics, doesn't always mean performance. There were some exceptions, like I drove the Ford Edge Sport. It actually had better pickup, better performance, better handling, magnetic ride suspension, I was impressed for the price point. But this is a slightly different category. This is a luxury performance category. And although it has my absolute favorite of the virtual cockpit, which I think is the best navigation system out there. It is Google Maps. It is completely 3D. It's completely color. Not everybody has that either. And it works as it says. And you can set it up any way you want. That's always cool. I love the head-up display, like the center screens. You can have everything on a different setup to meet your needs. And I know you're going to ask me, what about the seats? Okay, here's the seats. Four-way, yes, four-way lumbar. Please tell some of the Japanese manufacturers, they do not understand. They think lumbar means in and out. No, I've talked to so many of you, and I do really appreciate your feedback that lumbar is important. We're not talking about silly things like, the visor's got a mirror or not, or how many cup holders. Fine, that's a minor thing. But lumbar is important because your seating comfort is priority. Second, followed by your visibility. And the visibility in this car is much better than some of the vehicles in this category you can see back there. Plus, they love this glass panoramic roof. This is a Prestige. Our test vehicle means it's loaded. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got everything you could possibly want, including the state-of-the-art audio system, which I love. But I'm disappointed. You're wondering, why were you talking about power? Because although this is a 3-liter gas engine, it should have more power. If I was trying to, and remember, let me take a look at this here. We're looking at a $65,000 truck. There's a lot of vehicles in that category. And if you're going to call out the word performance by putting an S in front of that Q5, meaning sport, you better have just a little bit more performance, especially when it comes to Audi, which is known for performance vehicles. I own an RS5. I've had TSs, I've had S4s. I understand when you put an S in front of that, it means this vehicle is going to have sportiness. Although it has a slightly sportier look, I would like it to have a more aggressive look, more standing out than just three little letters on the front of the vehicle. I want to see some body kits, some bigger wheels, something that says, whoa, you're driving an SQ5? That's impressive. You have to look and go, that's an SQ5. So overall, the vehicle looks good, but it doesn't stand out in the crowd when you're spending the money for the S on top of the Q5. I think the Q5 is an excellent vehicle. It comes in a couple different options. Everyone's offering the plug-in hybrid on those as well. And I know Audi's been working on that for a long, long time, and they've got a lot of investment in leading toward autonomy, like pre-sense and such. But overall, I think the vehicle is a great vehicle for the price point. Especially if you're a loyalist to this brand, or you're switching brands, you get that loyalty discount or that conquest discount, which means there's money that you can get off of this price. These cars are kind of hard to come by, SQ5s. Dealers that get them, they're sold pretty quickly. Love the carbon on the inside, love the technology, like the D-shaped wheel or the flat bottom wheel. Makes it easier to get in and out, especially when you got things with you and people. I like the fact that their interface is not just a dial and switches, but there's also, you can, if you remember dating myself by knowing when you can use your finger to draw on what letters you'd like, sort of like the Trio or way back, old technology kind of setup. But it works and it's intuitive and people like it. The safety works great, the backup camera, it's got heated seats, it knows when it's cold outside. I got in this morning here in Buffalo and it was 18 degrees. Hate the weather here, I know, I gotta deal with it. But it knew, the car knew, and it kicked on the seats to high for me so that my seats would be warmed up, so that was pretty cool. And it knew that there was someone sitting in the passenger seat or the driver's seat because it said so right here in the dash in front of me, so that was pretty cool. Overall, excellent vehicle. I just think it needs a sportier look and maybe a little bit more performance. Now, I know the German version has all of that. Please, Audi, please bring that cool look here. If you can't bring the performance because of CAFE standards and everything else, bring the cooler look. We need it. Hey, I'm wearing German glasses. It's a cooler look. I can't think of something negative except for one thing. It needs a body kit package. Something that just makes it look, like I said, BMW's got the X5M. You know when you see an M car go by, it's significant. Just like when you see an AMG go by from Mercedes. Wow, you got it. Even an F Sport, when you're looking at the Lexus line, you understand that this is a performance model. I'm not sure what Audi was thinking. That's the only negative I could come up with. Price point is great, comes in that $54,000 range for a 3-liter turbocharged engine. Great motor. Excellent brakes. Very excellent traction to the road. It goes where you pointed to. It has a sport mode, a dynamic mode. Everything about this car is easy to use. It's functional. It looks great, but it doesn't have that SQ5 thing. Yeah, it's got the badge on the front. That doesn't say much. So when you're looking at a vehicle like this and you want what's inside and you want to be subdued, this is your vehicle. You want something that stands out in the crowd, you might have to go out and buy a body kit or something to jazz it up, or maybe buy the car in red or something really fun. But overall, I do like the SQ5, and it does have a good chance of winning North American Utility Vehicle of the Year. We will see at the Detroit Auto Show, and of course I will be one of the people calling out the awards, as well as the rest of the board. Don't forget to sign up for that free newsletter at laurenfix.com. We appreciate your likes, your comments, your shares, and of course, your subscriptions. Don't forget to check out our abc.com videos with the Paul Bryan, the his turn, her turn reviews. They are a lot of fun. Also, check out What the Heck is Paul Eating Now? We do appreciate all of your views. And again, if you got comments, we do reply. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.